Crystal Education TV. I am Choose Crystal, standing in for Elizabeth Jimo. On education, welcome to another edition of Education Trend right here on Crystal Education TV. I am Choose Crystal, standing in for Elizabeth Jimo. On Education Trend, you know how we do it. We take you around the headlines that were published during the week from Monday up until Friday, and then Saturday you get the update of all the headlines that were published right here on Crystal Education TV. Of course, you can check up all the headlines, the entire story we are going to lead to you on our website, crystaledunews.com.ng. Let's begin with some of the headlines that happened precisely on Monday. Yabatech secures €117,000 EU grant for solar-powered aquaponic project. JAM orders candidates to re-upload 2025 WAEC result for admission. ASU wants fresh strike over federal government failure to honor 2009 agreement. Now, this story has been in the space since last week, and it continues the discussion. And the question is ASU actually fighting for the right cause? Is the government doing the best they can do for education? And ASU is saying you need to pay the lecturers well and provide all the necessary infrastructure for education. And if you ask us as Crystal Education Media, we would want to back ASU and also urge the federal government to ensure that our university system, our education system, gets the best of funding. Federal government reaffirms commitment to revamp school feeding program. Also, Edo State Governor Paolo declares war on cultists, introduces new education policy. Well, Lagos targets $1 billion boost from SME as 253 graduate export training. Also from Lagos, UNICEF Unilag launch Nigeria's first behavioral insight research lab. 9 African countries restricting ChatGPT and slowing AI adoption. Wow, interesting. You want to know these 9 countries? You can go on Crystal Education, crystaledunews.com.ng to read up that story in full. NCCE shuts down 22 illegal colleges of education across Nigeria. NCCE is the National Commission for Colleges of Education. Sokoto government spends 4.7 billion on students' exam fee in 2 years. JAM to screen over 500 exceptional underage candidates for 2025-2026 admission. Wow, quite interesting. NEL fund switches to per sections allowance disbursement for students. Remember, NEL fund is the institute that is in charge for the students' loans. ASU coming back. ASU FUTA stages protest, demands implementation of 2009 agreement. Government has no moral right to withhold salaries. ASU Owerri Zone is saying that government has no moral right to withhold salaries. ASU ATBU stages peaceful protests, accuses federal government of deception. So the issue of ASU actually topped the trend this week, heading most of the headlines of each of the days, and it has stopped the discussion on whether the government is actually paying much attention to education. Okay, stay with me. When I come back, we will take more of the headlines before we go to our Vox Pop, right? And the Vox Pop is focused on discipline, right? Whether it is okay to discipline. What is discipline? Is it okay for us to take away the cane? Yes, the cane, the discipline, the flogging from the school system. You hear what the people have to say. So stick around after the break. Welcome back. Still on the headlines, we have education key to ending poverty in Nigeria. UNICEF is telling the Northeast. Education key to ending poverty in Nigeria. UNICEF tells Northeast. UBEC reaffirms commitment to inclusive education in Riverine areas. UBEC reaffirms commitment to inclusive education in riverine areas. All right, moving on, we have Anambra State government bans writing assignments in textbook. Okay, Anambra State seems to be towing the part of Imo State, Ondo State. I think I hear Niger State is going that way. Edo State is also going that way, ensuring that textbooks can be reused. So Anambra State is banning writing assignments in textbook. Okay, I think this is a very interesting conversation, and would like to hear your thoughts on whether this is the right way to go or what you think should be the best practice. You know, in those days, people can reuse textbook. You can move your textbook to your younger ones so that your parents don't need to buy textbooks. So, but now, most assignments are done in some of the textbooks and they cannot be reused. Anambra State is saying don't do assignments in there because it can be reused. All right, that is all the headlines as were published this week on crystaledunews.com.ng. Stay with me as we go into the discussion section, and that has to do with discipline. But before we go on our school updates this week, we had Pinky and the Brain slogging it out in the public speaking challenge to end the summer holiday program, and some of the video for that challenge is dropping, and we have Team Star, Team Alpha, and Team Go Setters.
Hello everyone, my name is Olaya Teniola, the group leader of Team Star, and my members are
Laura Osnachi,
Yusman Ediva, Usman Enoch,
Kola Ose Enoch, and we are Team Stars.
We shine brighter.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Warren Tinudu, and I'm the group leader of Team Go Getters, and we are here to represent the 2025 Summer Public Speaking Challenge. And with me here are my team:
Destiny Michael Boyne, Lama Arwa,
Ako Summer.
Greatness.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ojotile Ara. I am the team lead for Team Alphas. We are here for the 2025 Summer Public Speaking Challenge, and here are my team members:
Israel Jonah on the cattle in Good Douglas.
So it's time to check out some of their video, and then let's have your vote because there is a prize to be won by each of the team. Stay with me. After the break, we go into the discussion section. Welcome back. So the issue of discipline, right? The issue of discipline has continued to form a very serious concern, especially in our education system. Flogging children has continued to be a very controversial subject to be discussed. Whether a child should be flogged when they do something wrong, whether flogging is the best form of discipline, it's a question that is bugging a lot of people's mind. And in many schools today, especially the private schools, you hear, we don't flog children here. We don't use cane here. And I had someone tell me that a parent went to a school and they said, we don't flog children here. The woman just simply took the children away and say, my parents flogged me. Yes, talking about that, I actually took a section in our alumni group that had to do with raising children in this generation. And we're talking about the issue of discipline. And one of my schoolmates from my alma mater said that the sister took the daughter or the child rather to a particular school, and the school owners were there saying we don't use cane, we don't flog, and she just simply took her child away to get a school where flogging can be, where they can flog. So the question is discipline. What is the concept of discipline? Do you think it is right to discipline? Do you think we should continue to use cane in schools? Let's go to the street and hear what parents, mothers, and fathers had to say about this. We'll be right back.
Discipline is self-control. They will not tell you what to do. You know what is good and right. That's what they call discipline. Of course, I'm a father, so I have to discipline them to know what is good and bad, so that if they go out, they'll do the same thing that I tell them. Of course, it's good. That is learning. You teach them what to learn, because if you don't discipline them, they don't know what to do. You see, My son is that there is something that we call leisure time. During the leisure time, let's say if you come from school or this in leisure time, you can play. You can allow them to play with their mates. But by the time you don't tell them to play, if the play is too much and they do something wrong, you have to discipline them.
My name is Desmond by name. Nice to meet you people. Concerning discipline. Okay, discipline to me is a kind of correction so that one will be able to know what is obtainable and what is not obtainable. So without discipline, we will not know what is different between the good and the bad. We will not know the difference between the left and the right. Teachers and parents to discipline their children. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Because without that discipline, they won't go far in life. Yes. And discipline enhances good habits. Yes, with good habits, one will be able to go far in life and also to be persuasive in relationship. So, discipline means a lot. Without discipline, I don't know how human beings can cope with each other. My gosh, I do that always. Yeah, but when it comes to discipline a child, it doesn't call for beating always. Yeah, because much beating could also lead to stubbornness. When a child is being beaten always, it could make the child to be hardened. And when he become hardened, he will be thinking, after all, is he not just beaten? And before you know it, a child that is wearing one knicker will begin to wear 3, 4, 5. Because flag will come. So you use it to dodge it. I still have children that are still tender. You understand? So it's only when children grows that they can communicate effectively. That is when you can also pass a lot of vital messages, you understand, and information to them, which will help them in the long run.
My name is Comrade Uchenna C. Ignatius, the CEO of Whatwell Creative Hub. Dealers in handmade shoes, footwears, easy wears, in fact, anything wearable. Discipline simply means the act of correction. Sure, discipline is for everybody. It's a duty of anyone to discipline anybody, so long as you are in a position to do that. So it's a right thing for anyone to discipline whosoever that is maybe going astray. Seriously, parents should know that discipline is not only meant for them. Discipline is not meant only for them. Yes, though there is an adage that says in Igbo, one person borns a child, but not one person owns it. Yes, that means people outside can help you even discipline your child. Because if you think that it's only you that gave birth to the child who discipline that child, no, that child will end up going astray, because there are things he or she will do in your absence. And if someone else there did not correct him or her, you see that person seeing it as the normal way of life. So parents should know that not only them can discipline their children. So teachers are in, should I say, 70% 70% assured to discipline a child. Number one, apart from the parents being the sole or the first-hand disciplinarian to their children, the teacher is the next, because after the child left and leave the home, he goes out there to meet the teacher, and it's the right of any teacher to discipline a child politely, with love, and not with bully.
I'm Jimo Idris by name. My business name is Mr. Clean. The word discipline is good for every children. But first of all, the parents need to discipline their child before getting to school or anywhere else. Because if your children are not disciplined, our people say that whatever each and every one of us sow, so shall we repeat. So as you train your children, so you'll be expecting from them tomorrow. So once your children are not disciplined from childhood, there is no way you as a father or a mother, you'll be expecting anything good from children. So the word discipline is very, very versatile. That each and every one of us, even elderly person, need to discipline himself before he get to public. Because if you are not disciplined, everybody will, the more you talk or the more you behave or your character will let people know the kind of parent you grew up from. So the word discipline is very, very good to each and every one of us. And also our teachers in the school has to discipline the students so that whatever parents put in children, so teachers' own will be an additional part to children. So to me, discipline is very good. So I didn't see anything bad for the children to be disciplined. Actually, if I see my child in a situation where he's behaving like he wanted to start stealing, I would discipline her or him from that area. Or if I see him copy people that is not, what they are doing is not good, maybe smoking, drinking, doing such a thing that is not going to be a good thing for their life tomorrow. So I will discipline them from that area. So that is all I think discipline is all about.
My name is Chika Wachubu. Discipline is good for a children, but not in a wicked form. Anybody who want to wicked children say his discipline is not good. If a child do something, you can discipline him or her. Do you get me? Not that you give the child a punishment that is even more than that discipline or that punishment. If you want to discipline a child, let that child know that this thing is due is not good. You get me? To flog a child in discipline is not bad. It's not bad, but flog that child just to teach him or her this thing is not good. You know, some parents now or some you give a child to somebody. If you look the body of the child, that one is not discipline. No matter what in that child do, if you look the mark, it's not discipline again. You understand? It's not discipline. But when a child do something, you can flog him 2 or 3, it's okay. So that the child will know that, hey, this thing when mommy flog me is not good. Or he gave him punishment, or Ifoma or Nzube or any down. That is also discipline. Not that you will be flogging a child like say you don't have parents, or even though you don't born the child, you give him a normal discipline. If you look Nigeria now, or in this world, say if we get, there is one lady I look where carry one of a small baby. If you look this boy body, my dear, you will shock. Everybody start to blame the woman. I say, I'm disciplining him. What type of discipline is that? It's not good. So it's good to discipline a child when it's a normal discipline, not this wicked one. From my own side, number 1, lying is not good. When my children lie, I used to discipline them. When I say don't go this place, don't go this house, don't do this, don't do that, I used to discipline them. So it's good to discipline children in a good way, not in a bad one.
Yes, you've had it all. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Whether it is the right form to discipline, but let's hear your comment, your view in the comments section, whether you would want your child to be in a school where flogging is allowed, or you would rather want your child to be in a school where they don't flog, and what you think is the best idea for discipline. But I want to ask this question. If the Bible, the Holy Bible, says that foolishness abound in the heart of a child, and only the rod of correction, we take it far, we chase it far. So what else do you think can chase this thing away? The Bible says the rod of correction. Do you agree with me, or you have a different thought?
DISCPLAIN.
The word discipline is spelled out as DISCIPLINE. Discipline.
DISCIPLINE. Discipline.
How it went down in edutainment. I am Choose Crystal. Please visit our website www.crystaledunews.com.ng to see all the headlines that trended this week. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on our posts, and also follow us on all our socials: Facebook, Instagram, X, and our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification button so that you keep a track with us right here on Crystal Education TV. See you next week on Education Trend. Welcome to